Our topic today is leading a virtual team. Basically, we're going to talk about how to lead your team remotely. And with the COVID-19 crisis that a lot of us are in the middle of right now, many companies have had to adjust to manage teams remotely on the fly. And for the first 15 years or so that the Leaders Institute existed, we operated the entire company remotely. So, in fact, we went through the opposite of what a lot of companies in the last couple of weeks have had to go through because we had to adjust our company culture from going from a virtual company to an office environment. And of course, I mean, the advantage that we had is we had a couple of years to master that change. So when the virus epidemic hit, we had to start working remotely too, but we had a distinct advantage over a lot of our competitors because we had been doing this for a while already. So we were kind of skilled at leading a virtual team and participating as a virtual team. So hopefully, so what we're going to cover here is we're going to cover a few tips that you can use based on our experience, and perhaps you can get a jump on your competition as well by doing some of the suggestions that we kind of lay out here. Before we kind of get into all of the tips and things that we've kind of found that work better if you have a remote team, there are some significant differences between an office environment and a remote team that you absolutely need to be aware of. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between, being in an office and working remotely, but there are quite a few differences that are important. The main thing that you need to know if you're leading a virtual team, though, is that that remote teams are not necessarily ideal for every single person or for every single worker. So if your team is working remotely temporarily, most likely your team members are going to manage and they'll adjust. However, if you choose to work remotely on a more permanent basis, your choice of personnel in that role is going to be critical. In fact, your personnel choice, or your personnel choices, I guess is probably a better way to say it, are way more important to the success of your virtual team than the communication that we're going to talk about or the processes that we're going to walk you through.